Space is the ultimate arena.
Game begin.
I grew up in white suburbia where the message was clear. We were told that in order to achieve, we must conquer the physical, the tangible, that which we can taste, smell, touch, hear, see. And so we enter into this arena seeking to make money, buy a house, a car, have kids. The goal is to expand, grow, stretch our influence, our legacy across as much space as possible. And then we die. Now, I'm not trying to poo-poo having a family, buying a house, even making a bunch of money. I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with that. I just think it's easy that, at least in the good old US of A, especially in the white community, we can have unhealthy motivations to achieve those things. You see, a big goal for Kelly and me on this trip has been to learn how to rest. Coming out of being a United Methodist pastor, I had sort of built up all this stress and anxiety. I inherited this unhealthy sense of fear that comes from being a part of really any institution that's failing or struggling, where the goal, the focus shifts from seeking to do good and transforming this world to sort of just trying to survive and remaining relevant. I knew I needed to heal my perspective. There's this passage in the book of Romans, chapter 12. It says, "Do not let this world mold you into its own image, but instead be transformed from the inside out by renewing your mind." As I've been trying to strip away the heavy baggage that I've been carrying for many years, this passage has been incredibly influential because it reveals that there are elements of this world that are trying to shape who we are without us actually knowing it. And in the case of work and success, it tries to trick us into believing that our value is based off of our stuff and our legacy of mastering the space around us. Abraham Joshua Heschel, a 20th century rabbi, wrote a book called Sabbath on the Jewish practice of rest. And in the very beginning of the introduction, he opens it up by saying, "Technical civilization is humanity's conquest of space. It is a triumph frequently achieved by the sacrifice of an essential ingredient of existence, namely time. In technical civilization, we expand time to gain space. To enhance our power in the world of space is our main objective. Yet to have more is not to be more. The power we attain in this world of space terminates abruptly at the borderline of time." When we put space above time, we end up saying things like, "Well, I don't have enough time to." It's like trying to finish this mad dash in one project only to start all over again in the next one. But when we put time above space, we're simply acknowledging a limitation that we have no control over in our life and acting accordingly. We're accepting and appreciating who we are not, and therefore how to just be. This is where I'm starting to experience genuine rest in this intentional act of placing time before space. And it takes many forms. Sometimes it's prayer and meditation, other times it's yoga or some other kind of exercise. You see, the what doesn't really matter. It's just the intentional act of letting my ego and ambition and worries and lists and just all of that crap fall away in order for me to examine who I am and where I need to heal. Now, I want to clarify that all of this doesn't mean that space just doesn't matter. Internal work is absolutely necessary for allowing us to perceive the rest of the world from a healthier point of view, but it doesn't just magically make external factors go away. If you're a woman, it doesn't stop men from harassing and objectifying you. If you're black or brown, it doesn't stop the clerk from following you around in the store. If you're Asian American, it doesn't stop us white folks from asking that infamous question, "No, where are you from?" And if you're a person that holds any sort of social privilege, it doesn't just make the advantage from that privilege just disappear. The purpose of rest, of mastering the time in which we are, is to allow ourselves to face these destructive elements from our utmost strength and perseverance. It's to enable ourselves to resist the brokenness of this world and dare to participate in its transformation.